Hi! Welcome to the Family and Life Conference 2022. This series of unconditionally pro-life videos on demand is brought to you by Live Life in partnership with the Live Christ Share Christ mission. My name is RJ Moriones. I got married in 2020 and a year after, my beautiful wife gave birth to our firstborn, Isabel. Being a parent has truly changed my life, and every moment I spend with my daughter gives me priceless joy. However, not everyone has the chance to become parents in a short span of time. The scriptures even tell us of couples such as Abraham and Sarah who longed to have a child but were not able to conceive during the early years of their marriage. At present, the number of married couples who have experiencing infertility is growing. The problem causes great pain for these couples. Since children are a wonderful gift of marriage, it is a good thing to try to overcome these obstacles which prevent children from being conceived and born. Due to this reality, many married couples resort to what we call artificial reproductive technologies. But as Catholics, it's important that we know where this topic lies in God's plan and design. We have to keep in mind that every action can be moral or immoral, and every gift has its limitations. As for the case of reproductive technology, we can look to the document issued in 1987 by the Sacred Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith entitled Donum Vitae, or translated as the gift of life. According to this document, some methods in overcoming infertility are moral, while others are immoral because they bring violence to the dignity of the human person and dishonor the institution of marriage. But the most fundamental principle which the Church uses to assess the morality of various ways of overcoming infertility was a rather simple one, even if its application is sometimes difficult. The Church teaches that if a given medical intervention helps or assists the marital act to achieve pregnancy, it may be considered moral. If the intervention replaces the marriage act in order to result in pregnancy, it is not moral. These things are contrary to the moral law since it is in opposition to the dignity both of human procreation and of the conjugal union. Friends, one reproductive technology which the Church has clearly judged to be immoral is the popular in vitro fertilization or IVF. Unfortunately, many Catholics are not aware of the Church teachings and do not know that IVF is immoral. But why exactly is IVF wrong? In vitro fertilization brings about new life in a petri dish. The children who come from IVF are sometimes known as test tube babies. In order to achieve this, several eggs are aspirated from the woman's ovary, after which she has taken a fertility drug, which causes a number of eggs to mature at the same time. Semen is collected from men, usually through masturbation. The egg and sperm are ultimately joined in a petri dish, where conception takes place and the new life is allowed to develop for several days. In the simplest case, embryos are then transferred to a mother's womb in the hope that one will survive to term. To quote a line from an article by Dr. John M. Haas, he said, "Obviously, IVF, or third-party artificial reproduction, eliminates the marriage act as the means of achieving pregnancy, instead of helping it achieve this natural end. The new life is not a result of a marital act between husband and wife, but by laboratory procedure performed by doctors or technicians. The husband and wife have become sources to the new raw materials of egg and sperm, which are later manipulated by technicians to cause the sperm to fertilize the egg. In most situations, the eggs or sperms used are from strangers or relatives known as donors. This means that the biological father or mother of the child is someone who's not part of the marriage. They can create a confusing situation for the child later on, whether he or she learns that one parent who raised him or her is not actually his or her biological parent. It creates a substantial brokenness to the person. To conclude, every child should be begotten, not made. Longing to have your own child is good, naturally even, but sacrificing the dignity and humanity of the child so that you can have your own baby is not. Children are not products. Let us not forget that every child bears the image and likeness of God. Ultimately, the human person must not be used as a means to an end, not even to satisfy the deepest hopes of man. Saying no to third-party reproduction such as IVF and surrogacy is a radical way to fight for life.